हाँ जी. So I'm going to talk about a very interesting topic today. ठीक है? So the topic is about top 1% earners in California or in America or in or so basically we talk about mainly about California. In America it's around 750K and top 1% makes around 850K in California. अब तुम्हें एक बड़ी इंटरेस्टिंग बात बताता हूँ. अब आप सोच रहे हो कि 850K बनाता है, राइट? मैं आपको ये बताने वाला हूँ कि टॉप 1% के अंदर आने वाला बंदे की भी कोई लाइफ नहीं है यहाँ पे. मैं ये आपको बताने वाला हूँ. ठीक है ना? जो 850K भी कमा रहा है ना इन कैलिफोर्निया, हिज लाइफ इज नॉट वेरी गुड. I'll tell you few things. First of all, when you make 850K, the taxes are around 350K. So you basically get only 450K in your hand. So about $40,000 a month. Oh my God, it's a lot of money too. It's not a small amount. There's no doubt. If it goes to India, it is a pretty big amount. But unfortunately, it does not go to India. It stays here with you. You cannot go to India and take this income with you. You need to be here. And that's where the issue comes. Here, you will see a person who's making 850K, basically 450K net income. You'll see that he has a very interesting lifestyle. He has a very interesting lifestyle. In his lifestyle, he will be having very disparity in the things does. He'll be flying business class. Let's say he can easily go in business class. Typically, you make like 2-3 vacations in a year, and that can be easily be business class, right? But when you go to, but they'll be washing their courtyard themselves. Remember, business class में travel करेंगे, वरांडा आप पे तो होंगे, बरामदे को खुद धोएंगे, वरांडा आप पे तो होंगे, travel business class करेंगे. So this is the anomaly. This is the biggest. These are the issues with the life here, right? Because you don't find the help. You don't find the help. Here it's very hard to find the help. So this is the main thing that I have started to feel, too problematic about. And in 450K, because in this country, whatever is existing, a person who's making 150K, 100K also can easily afford. And then to be able to afford anything more than that, you have to chip in a lot of money. So let's say it this way, there's a lot of difference in the price of the normal class and the business class. Maybe 6-7 times. Same way, let's say you go to a beach and you want to, you are poor, you don't make money. Poor, you poor means you don't make money, but actually in my opinion you're not poor. Everybody is middle minus, remember? So let's say you're so-called poor, and then you make 100K, 120K. I'll tell you something very interesting. Whatever you can afford, everybody can afford. Whatever 850K, 450K guy can also afford. Because cars, when they're new, they're like, they're very expensive, and then maybe in 2-3 years, 3-4 years, they become super less expensive. I've seen a guy driving Lexus who's making 30K, which is less than the federal poverty limit. Yes, it's very easy. I'm pretty sure about it. So the guy who's making 850K, he's driving a Lexus. It's a brand new Lexus. Dusra banda could be driving a little cheaper Lexus or an older Lexus. But nevertheless, both can drive Lexus. There's not a huge difference. The things that matter, which basically consume a person, that take its time. That's the reason I don't like these things. I don't like this all these things. बर्तन धोना, कपड़े प्रेस करना, खाना बनाना, बर्तन मांजना. I don't like it because they just consume your life. I don't like these tasks. I mean, these tasks basically सफाइयाँ करना, they take away your task. Organizing the things, they take away your life. I mean, so I don't like it. So the person who's making 850K also has the same. He's also in the same trap. He will not be able to get out of the way that easily. Few years back, I saw a TED talk where a lady is making 150K off the local currency of Switzerland, in Switzerland, or maybe Sweden. I don't remember, one of these countries. And she's saying, she's very rich. How is she rich? She goes home and washes her utensils. She cleans her own house herself. I'm pretty sure she cannot afford cannot afford any kind of help, because the help would be costing around 120K too. It won't be cheap. So After taxes of 150K, she'll probably just get 100K or something. I'm not sure about the taxes in those countries, but it will be little, like in America, this is the kind of number. So after all that, what will she be making? What will she be afford? She will be able to afford a, a house, one car, basic stuff, same basic stuff. So I was saying that, in here, let's say there is the same jacket. This jacket you can get at, let's say, Gap for like 20 bucks, 30 bucks. Same jacket, same exact jacket will be given to Armani Exchange for like $100. And similarly to True Legend for $250 or so, or maybe even more, Balmain or something for $2,000. Same jacket will be given. You can feel it. What's going on behind the scenes? Why I believe this does not matter. This will happen. This doesn't matter because this is what happened. Every time you see a car, you see a jacket, or this, behind the scenes, the supply chain is very labor based, because labor is very expensive. So you will always see that, you know Armanic Saint probably sources it from the same person who Gap sources it from. Yes, so it's the same thing. It's the same thing, same damn thing. It's the same thing. So you will see that literally 450K guy is just wasting money on some small something, but he's not solving his life problem, because he won't be able to solve that problem in a telling manner, in a convincing manner. That won't happen because labor is just so expensive. See, the free gym, like when you go to the gym, a really nice gym is for like $20 a month. A gym which is no better than that first gym, basically 24-hour fitness, that's just $20 a month. California Family Fitness is for $125 a month. Lifetime Fitness is $250 a month. Agreed. But the trainer. Now, if you want to go above this, there's a little bit of difference. Uh, but trust me, $20 a month, gym will be having all the amenities. Because those are regulations. It's controlled by regulations. You cannot have a broken machine. What if someone gets hurt? So they'll maintain the fitness gym really well. The guy who's making 450K or 850K a year in gross salary and in net salary, 450K, you know what he'll do? He'll just hire a trainer. $75 an hour, labor, person. He'll have the same thing for $75 an hour. If he has, let's say, 10 hours in a 10-hour session in a month, that takes away $750. That's the only difference. I think quality of life is not much more. In India, when you can easily afford a trainer for a very cheap price. So I gave you 4 different levels, right? You see how gym everybody can afford, and then when it comes to affording a trainer, it just becomes exponentially high. And that's one of the things here. Because of that, the person who's making 750K probably lives the same, 850K probably lives the same way as 150K. I don't see much difference in anybody's life here. It's not much different. When you buy a house, the maintenance cost of house is so much, it just takes away so much of your money. I mean, so if a person making 850K, if he has just a little better house, little bigger house, he'll be having exponentially higher costs. A lot of his money will be spent in taking care of these costs. There won't be a huge difference in the lifestyle. Yeah. So top 1% earner is a myth in America. 0.1% earners have something. So you need a certain scale. If you have certain lot of money coming in, maybe 2 million or so, then you can afford a few things which other people cannot, which could be made. I have seen a guy who owns aeroplane, but he washes his own aeroplane himself. He cleans it himself. He owns an aeroplane. But he cleans it himself. It's not about affordability itself. It's about logistics also. Even if you hire a maid, it will not solve your problem. Even if you hire a cleaner, it will not solve your problem because she will only clean. She won't do anything. She won't do anything else. So that is one of the issues here. I told you this thing also, right? Because they will do only one task, they won't do anything else. So all that is very, very expensive. So basically, so aeroplane, I can tell you, even 100K person can own an airplane. You know how? He can construct one. All the things are available. You watch YouTube videos, you can make one. So a person who's making 100K can also afford aeroplane, which a 850K guy can also afford, which can afford. Both either would mostly both will be doing the cleaning themselves. Maybe 850K guy can get it cleaned from someone else. So labor is very expensive, guys. 100K will do his oil change. I'm not sure there is an oil change in aeroplane, but if there is, he will do it himself. So this is the thing. Many things are pretty affordable at 100K or 150K, and the cost of doing anything more than that is exponentially higher, and then 850K gets consumed in that. So that's the reason you won't see much difference in the lifestyle of 850K and 150K. So that's one. And second, I don't know, and the kind of things that 850K guy will be compromising is still the same. He'll be basically doing all his work himself. He's, why for him same thing, कपड़े बर्तन सब चलता रहेगा, ये नहीं रुकता। ये तो मैंने बता दिया कि 850K में भी आप कोई ग्रैंड लाइफ स्टाइल नहीं आपकी स्टार्ट होती। एक और चीज़ है इस कंट्री में ना, कभी क्योंकि आपका लाइफ स्टाइल को बहुत ज़्यादा फर्क नहीं होता ना, तो आपको कोई खास चोड़ नहीं है। दैट्स वन। दूसरी बात है, तीसरे आपको कोई पावर नहीं आती पैसे से। अमेरिका में पैसे से एक भी पावर नहीं आती, कुछ नहीं आती। इवन पॉलिटिक्स में भी अगर आपके पास पावर आ जाती है तो आपके पास पावर नहीं है, अथॉरिटी है बस। जो आपको काम कहा गया है बाय लॉ वो करना है, वो अथॉरिटी होती है। पावर नहीं है वो कि जिसको जाके जिसको मर्जी परेशान कर दिया, ऐसा कुछ नहीं कर सकते आप। तो इसलिए इस कंट्री में पैसे से कोई पावर नहीं आती, पैसे का कुछ मजा नहीं है। पैसे से जो आप खरीदते हो उससे आपकी कोई खास प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व नहीं होती। आप ठीक है बिजनेस क्लास में चले जाते हो एक्सपोनेंशियली हायर प्राइसेस पे, ठीक है, कोई खास प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व नहीं होती पैसे से, इतने पैसे से 850 के टाइप से। तो ये मेरा एक थ्योरी है जिसके कारण मैं कहता हूँ टॉप 1% अर्नर। ये अमेरिका ना एक इन वन वे इट्स जस्ट अ सोशलिस्ट कंट्री। इस तरह से जस्ट अ सोशलिस्ट कंट्री, इसमें कोई कैपिटलिस्ट कंट्री नहीं है, ये सोशलिस्ट कंट्री है। मतलब टॉप 1% वैसे ही इतने गंदे तरीके से रहता है कि आप मतलब टॉप 1% जो मतलब जो एंटर कर जाते हो, मतलब एंट्री पॉइंट के समय आप जो आपकी अर्निंग लेवल है उस पर कोई खास आपका कुछ बनता सा नहीं है। So this is pretty much a socialist country. Socialism implemented through checks and balances and taxes and everything. High labor costs and everything. All right, guys. Thank you.